Hey, everybody. Welcome to the sit down. My guest today is a woman that I met online. How's it going?
What's up? That makes it sound like you met me online for, I don't know, inappropriate reasons or some shit.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that when you spend a lot of time online, you become friends with people. And if you have like a significant other who's not online all the time, they might think they don't like really get it. But the thing with Twitter is you're just making friends all the time. You're making enemies too.
Oh,
But
yeah, yeah. But I've made a lot more friends than I have
I've made
enemies.
more friends too. Yeah.
I
It's
think that, well, people that don't like us aren't funny. Like,
yeah.
centrists don't like us because they don't know how to make people laugh.
No.
And they're just jealous of us because they're not Italians. Well,
Exactly.
like Pelosi is, but she's from the north, I think.
Yeah. I have that. I didn't wear that T-shirt, but I do have a shirt that says "The world is jealous of Italians."
Are you serious?
No, I'm not serious.
No, I mean, listen,
But that is like
why?
people do think that. I mean, yeah. I went to because they have all those T-shirts on the boardwalk on the Jersey Shore. But I
Yeah,
remember like I went to Seaside like a year ago, and there was like this wasn't the boardwalk, but it was like one of the streets a couple blocks behind the boardwalk, and they have a bunch of T-shirt shops and stuff. But it was just this like because Seaside is where that's where the Jersey Shore crew
right.
vacation. But Seaside is like it's like depressing now because nobody really goes there anymore, and two of the big clubs that were on the show, Bamboo and Karma, they were like right next to each other. And like I think Bamboo closed and Karma's like about to close. There's like no one in there.
Well, what happened to it? Like, it doesn't even get popular in the summer?
Not
No?
really. It's just people don't go there as much. It's weird. It's weird how like the Jersey Shore, there's all the different towns like they kind of change sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think Seaside is just like it's just not popular anymore because of that whole Jersey Shore thing. People are like over it.
You know, my dad was really mad when that show came out.
Was he?
Yeah, he was pissed because,
Like they're making us look like fucking idiots.
yeah, he was so fucking pissed. And like, he wasn't like super, because like, Pittsburgh Italians are different from Jersey Italians.
Right.
Like, they're still like loud
Well,
and
he was still
crazy.
spitting spaghetti across the living room when he saw the show.
Yeah, he was like he was like, I can't believe that goddamn show. And he said like to me and my sister, like, if you ever bring a guy home that looks like that, it's fucking ridiculous. And he was
Yeah,
pissed.
yeah, yeah.
Don't
Don't worry,
disrespect the
Dad.
Dagos.
You're like, I'll just stick to black guys. And he's like, that's my girl.
Yeah, he was like, you date nobody but nobody, just date, you can date anybody but Italians. No,
Really?
he didn't really
Yeah.
say it. No, he didn't say that. He didn't give a shit who I dated.
Yeah. But anyway, so there was this so like on the street, like across the street from one of these clubs, there was like a t-shirt shop, but it was like depressing. There was nobody in there. It was dark inside, and they were selling like really like not as funny t-shirts, just like angry, like mean t-shirts, and there was no one there, and there was this like really overweight woman working at the shop, and I was like, this is like like really sad. This is
Yeah, because it was always like, I mean, I've never been to the Jersey Shore, but like what was like Ocean City, Maryland, like was similar, you know what I mean? Because
yeah.
they
Is that
had a
where you went?
boardwalk. What's that?
Is that where you vacationed?
When we were kids, like we would go to Ocean City, Maryland, or we would go to Myrtle Beach.
Uh-huh.
Like, and they both had boardwalks, but I remember like those shops, like they always had like I forget what shirts. It was like co-ed naked or something like
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, and like,
Hillary
but it
for
was,
prison. I mean, I have a couple of those.
oh, I never got a Hillary for prison shirt. I should have. I mean, that's what sucks is when Trump talks about, when Trump's like, lock her up. I'm like, yeah, even though I fucking hate Trump, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah, they should all be in jail.
Yeah, they are all fucking responsible. Like they're all responsible. This whole election is a complete joke.
Hmm.
Um,
Maria always talks about how she knows a lot about hip hop. I mean, I trust you obviously, but I was thinking because everybody's quarantined, we could talk about some rap albums that you think people should like revisit or check out. Because when did Rapper's Delight come out? That was like 78, 79?
Yeah, it was like 78, 79. They're a good documentary that, well, it's like a documentary series. It's on Netflix. It's called Hip Hop Evolution.
Mm-hmm.
It actually talks about like the very beginnings of rap, the
Mm-hmm.
first like house party, the first, how hip hop really started. But yeah, Rapper's Delight was the first like real like um I guess hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Rapture by Blondie, because Blondie, basically like that, and that was like the mixture of like the hip hop and the punk scene
Mm-hmm.
in like the early 80s. So, but like I was a teenager like in the mid 90s. So the mid 90s I think were like the best times in hip hop. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be just cuz I'm like nostalgic for it, because I miss
I would
being,
agree.
I
Yeah,
guess.
I would agree with that. I mean, it's definitely probably the most iconic songs are all from like early mid '90s.
Yeah, and I think that you saw like it finally like really
Because Biggie
like
died in
hit the mainstream.
'97.
Biggie died in 97, Tupac died in 96.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to say that. Yeah, because I remember Tupac died in September and Biggie in March, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could be completely off,
Yeah.
um but yeah, I mean that was, and then you had like these different like factions of rap that started in the 90s, like you had just different, like rap just went in like these different genres, like you had
Mm-hmm.
like mafioso rap,
Mm-hmm.
which was like, Cool G rap and AZ and Nas, and then you had West Coast rap, which was like gangster rap. It was very different.
Yeah.
Even the samples like were different. So
Yeah.
I think and then you also too had these great rap groups in the Midwest and
Mm-hmm.
the South. So like
Mm-hmm.
all of these different sounds in the 90s were coming together, and I think that some of the best times in hip hop were then,
What do you think of the early aughts?
I think the early aughts were good. I think the early aughts were really good in terms of like underground hip hop or like backpack hip hop, whatever people want to call it. Like I
Yeah.
got really into like,
Immortal Technique.
I love Immortal Technique.
Yeah.
Love Immortal Technique, but like I got really into like Def Chunk's crew, like
Mm-hmm.
Def Chunk's, like, but I was also like Company Flow, like their album Fun Crusher Plus came out I think in 97, but I didn't get really into like that underground like backpack-ish sound
Mm-hmm.
until like the early aughts.
Okay.
But then you had Jeezy, like there were like different things that I think came out, that have come out like throughout, the last couple decades, or like that decade or whatever, but I just prefer the 90s
Yeah.
the most.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely a lot of things that have come out. I mean, that's when I started like getting into a lot of local hip hop too, and
Mm-hmm.
started really like,
But that stuff's kind of hit or miss, right?
yeah, it's hit or miss, but I think I grew up around like a right time. Like, I mean, not that I grew up, but like I was in my 20s and I got
Yeah.
to see like Wiz Khalifa and Mac Miller
Uh-huh.
before they were anything. I mean, they
Uh-huh.
were nothing. Like they were still trying to get like booked at like shows,
Yeah.
you
Oh
know.
yeah.
Pittsburgh was a really good, like in the early, like what would you call like the 2010s?
The yeah, I don't know. The teens?
I guess like the teens, yeah, like the early like teens, or even before that, like I'd say 08, 09. I mean, it was just a
Mm-hmm.
really good time in Pittsburgh for hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I've always just loved it. I've always loved, I mean, I'm into all types of music, but I've always just loved hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know,
I'm thinking about this open mic that I used to go to. So when I was like, I guess a senior in high school, I had a friend who was a year older than me, and there was this like variety open mic, and there were a lot of like slam poets there, and there was one guy who would like put war paint on his face and like scream about like how America was bad. And I think a lot of that stuff is like kind of a grift. It's like some of that like sort of like high-minded like slam poetry type stuff is I feel like it's probably embarrassing if you went back and listened to it, but I don't know. Like I remember
Yeah.
when I was a senior in high school, I was like I like Talib Kweli, and I'm sure there's like that stuff is good.
Oh yeah, like him and
But,
Mos Def like are definitely like that's what I consider like backpack hip hop.
but yeah,
Really,
yeah,
like they were just different.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think
But
it would be
but there's
interesting.
like bad. I mean, there's bad versions of everything that's out there. I just remember this guy like having Indian war paint on, being like "United States of a hoax," like screaming, and people being like, "Wow!" Everybody at the open mic, you know.
I got like
This
really
is
into like trap rap because like I was like hanging out with like a bunch of like trap rappers
yeah.
like in the early teens. And my one boy 4 pound dude, like I fucking love him. He had this song, it was called Pussy Pills Perp.
Uh huh.
It was one of the best fucking songs ever. And it
Is
was
that on Spotify?
probably like but it was just like, just about fucking bitches and drinking lean and
Mm-hmm.
smoking weed. I like some of that rap.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not my favorite rap, but I do like that
Yeah.
kind of just like dirty, like grimy shit sometimes.
Nice. Okay, so let me give you my. I said I'd
Yeah.
give you my top 5 albums, but I think I'll give you top 3 so we can get into yours.
Okay.
Um, my first one is because I don't really listen to albums that much. I listen to uh like when I work out, I try to listen to hip hop, and I put on I just put on Liquid Swords because I haven't heard that in a while. That's a really good
Yes.
album. Um, probably, I mean, I think the best album that I know is probably Ready to Die. Wait, no, Ready to Die or yeah, Ready to Die, right?
Ready to Die is
The
the
big,
first Biggie
the first
album,
one.
yeah.
So that one, yeah. Um, I mean, every song on that's good. There's sketches. Um, that song "Friend of Mine" I really like when you're
That's a
feeling like
great song.
when you're feeling misogynistic. It's a good one to listen to. I haven't felt misogynistic in a long time, but you know,
Oh
when
yeah,
you get your heart broken,
because you
that,
have Deb. Deb is amazing.
yeah. But
But
that's
it
a
is a
great song
great
for when you get
song.
your heart broken.
What's that?
That's a good song for when you get your heart broken.
Yeah, it really is. They're like that's a really underrated song. I actually haven't listened to it because like you, I mean, and I think it's just this culture, like people don't listen to albums anymore, which is
Yeah,
something I miss because
yeah,
albums tell a story,
right,
you know?
for sure.
But yeah, Ready to Die is good because Give Me the Loot's on there.
Yeah, yeah. There was so much on that album, and you like you got so much of a and the other album that I want to share with you after that is kind of like the same thing. You just got so much of a sense of sort of like who they were, you know, who the artist was.
Right.
Um, I'm gonna pull up the track listing right now, but there's the one where it's just him fucking, and it's just you hear a woman be like, "You Oreo cookie eating," you she like she's like making fun of her
Biggie
being fat.
Biggie's really interesting because, he was like highly influenced by by the mafia, like mafioso rap. Like
Hmm.
he is like Ready to Die is like actually like a really good album for that. And so is Life After Death. I mean, you could see like that early influence that all of those rappers had, like Cool G Rap again, just that sound.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking at the tracks right here. Yeah, Machine Gun Funk. That's a good one. Juicy's on there.
Yes, Juicy's on there.
Me and My Bitch. I don't really remember that. Oh, yeah, I kind of remember that one. Yeah, Unbelievable. Who Shot You? Have you heard
Right.
that song? You know that song "Story to Tell"? That's a fun one.
Yeah, Story to Tell is great, and I really like that beat. I
Yeah,
really, really like that beat.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite tracks on Ready to Die. That probably actually
Isn't that
is
on? Wait, that's on the other one though, right?
what?
That's
Story to Tell?
yeah. It's not on "Ready to Die."
Oh wait, Story to Tell's on Life After Death.
Yeah,
Okay. Which it's on because Life After Death was a two-discer,
yeah.
two CDs.
And that wasn't released when he was alive, right?
Right? It was released after he died.
Yeah. Story to Tell is a song about Biggie, and he's fucking the wife of a New York Knick, and then she comes home. The husband comes home, so he puts on a ski mask and pretends he's robbing her.
Yeah, I mean, he was a great storyteller. And
Yeah.
you know, Who Shot Ya, that is like rumored to be about Tupac. Like that is part of like that whole East Coast West Coast beef.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, because Tupac like
I
got it
don't
in his
remember that
head.
song that well.
Tupac got it in his head that it was about him, like
Okay.
because I guess that he, was convinced that Biggie and Puff were involved in, him being shot at, and I guess that he tried, I don't really know like the whole story,
Mm-hmm.
um, but yeah, Who Shot You is like the track that apparently was one of the tracks that fed into the whole East Coast West Coast
Mm-hmm.
beef shit.
And he fucked his woman, right? Tupac?
Yes, he did. He claimed that. He
Yeah.
claimed that he fucked Faith Evans, which I believe he did. But I mean, here's
Yeah.
the other thing: Biggie was fucking Lil Kim, like he
Yeah.
was fucking Lil Kim on the side, and he was
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
like dirty shit to Faith too. But
Well, there's
I
that
mean,
line. There's that line in Reasonable Doubt when they that song Brooklyn's Finest. He goes, "If Faith had twins, she'll probably have Tupac's."
oh yeah,
So I don't know what that was about. Maybe like he I don't know if he suspected it or that was after it happened and he knew about it. But that is pretty funny to put that in a song.
well, I mean, I definitely think that she did. I mean,
Yeah.
was over there. I mean, she had, I mean, she was an artist in her own right as well. Like,
Hmm.
she was a great singer.
Yeah.
She had her own R&B, like her own R&B career, but yeah, it's
But
a.
that's funny that you would put that in a song, like and not edit it out. I don't know. Like, yeah,
I I think that that's also like a great thing about hip hop is these,
it's just
beef.
unfiltered. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's unfiltered. I mean, even like, shit, you listen to like No Vaseline
Yeah.
now.
Uh-huh.
Holy fuck. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
or you listen to the album like Death Certificate by Ice Cube, which is a fucking amazing album, right?
Hmm.
But some of the shit that he says is so problematic. You're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, dude. But again, it's hip hop, it's unfiltered, it's raw, it's it's not supposed to be, and I think that's what.
Polite.
Well, right. I don't think it's supposed to be, like in this package and I think that, like, okay, for instance, like boy bands.
Hmm.
Boy bands are created. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? They don't, I don't know any boy band that's come together
Right,
like
right, right.
naturally.
Right, right.
Like, and I feel like some of these hip hop artists have been created. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? Like they've just been, and that to me is not genuine.
Hmm.
That's not like it's just very poppy and
Yeah.
I can't think off of anybody off the top of my head right now because I'm a little bit high, but
Hmm.
off of weed it's legal, people.
Oh yeah, yeah. God forbid
Somebody snitches.
someone calls the
Somebody that
cops. Yeah.
listens to Sit Down with my
Yeah.
Christine
Yeah.
snitches.
Um, okay, cool. So yeah, you mentioned problematic stuff. Let's talk about somebody that I think is a little problematic, but he has, I think, one of my favorite albums. This is probably the album that I've listened to the most front to back. I listened to it in high school all the time. I still listen to it now when I work out or whatever. And it's another great album. I'm gonna pull up the track listing right now just so we can kind of go through. But this album is Cheers by Obi Trice.
Oh shit.
Wait. Yeah, I can't find it though. It's weird. Wait, is the album called Cheers or it's called? I think my internet's fucked up.
I'm not sure exactly what the album is.
I think it is called Cheers. Yeah, my internet's fucked. Damn it. Go ahead.
I've been like into Obi Trice at certain times.
Hmm.
Um, but that's an interesting pick.
Yeah, I mean, like to listen to it through like in 2020 is interesting because it is like pretty aggressive. It's pretty homophobic. It's pretty misogynistic. But then
Oh,
there's another.
super misogynistic because it has that song with Eminem on it.
What's that?
Wait, what song is it that he did? Lady?
Oh, is that? Yeah, I forget the lyrics. Well, he just talks about like not using lube, right?
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like it was like way like worse.
Okay.
I feel like, but yeah, it was very misogynistic. It was,
Yeah.
I mean, but there were bangers on it.
Should I pull up the lyrics?
Yeah, pull up the lyrics.
All right, and I'm going to talk about this album while I do that because
There were a lot of people on that album too.
yeah, oh yeah, all
Nate,
of D12 was on it.
yeah, Nate Dogg was on it.
Um, yeah. Hey, lady, hey, baby, I'm sorry, but I can't be your boyfriend. If you toy with motherfucking emotions, I'll kill you, bitch. I'm fucking for real. I'll make you suffer like I suffered. If you fuck me, then I'll make you fall in love. That's the chorus of the song. Wow.
Yeah, I
I guess
mean,
these guys had a couple. Yeah.
what woman wouldn't want to hear that though? I mean,
Yeah.
like Christ, that's what women want. We want, you know,
Nice.
to be fucking threatened.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm extra large in magnitude, and Magnum's the lubrication that I use to choose which hole on a hoe. See, I never really like knew exactly what the lyrics were, but this definitely isn't one of my favorite songs on the album. To choose which hole on a hoe I abuse, have them confused, can't tell who is who.
Yeah, I just remember it being super fucking like, whoa.
Yeah, I bounce them around, camcord the sex, and sell them around town. How that sound? If I was in love with you, now you want to clown. Fuck with them clowns till I pound on your crown. He's gonna beat her. All right. Well,
Yeah, and see, here's the thing is that like, and Eminem, I mean, has a ton of misogynistic fucking lyrics, but
yeah,
it's dude, the song, I'm sorry, like, and if I get canceled, I don't care.
yeah,
The songs are fucking like, I'm not gonna lie, I still fucking listen to the fucking songs.
yeah,
Like, I still am like, all right, dude, like it's because I'm just like, oh shit. Like I don't know, like because I also know that like Eminem is not gonna really go out and kill and someone and
right,
rape somebody. You know
right.
what I mean? Like,
That's gonna be like a clean rapper who does that. It's gonna be like probably Will Smith. Let's be honest.
oh God, dude.
I mean, I'm just saying, like in comedy. I mean, I guess Louis C.K. is like an exception now, but it always seems like it's the clean. It's always the clean comics that have something dark going on.
Yeah, I mean, but see with comics too, and you know this, you and I've talked about this before. I like dark, fucked up comics.
Hmm.
You know, I, you know, like I just think that it makes it. I mean, it's fucked up, but like, I mean, every comic that I've been into has like either died or fucking been in jail or
Yeah,
not you.
not yet.
Yeah, but
I'm pretty straight edge though.
yeah, you'll be fine.
No, I'm like kind of a pussy.
Plus, we're not gonna have jails anyways during the revolution.
No, we're gonna release them. The
Right,
rape,
and we're
the
just gonna
rapist
put
first.
what's that?
We're gonna release the rapist first. Be like,
No,
you're free.
we can't release rapists.
It's the Bernie revolution.
Yeah, yeah, the Bernie Revolution. We're only letting out white males who
Yeah.
listen to Joe Rogan.
He's like, sometimes you just gotta take the pussy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like, listen,
Rape
I'm okay
apology.
with grabbing the pussy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just Bernie. I feel like I broke up
Rape
with him.
rape
Yeah, let's
apologist
go.
Bernie. Let's go back to Cheers for a second because yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
what were
that one
your
song's
good?
pretty bad. Well, Got Some Teeth is like an amazing song.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
fun. It's him singing about how if he fucks you, you better have teeth.
Yeah, like
Which that you would never make that song today.
yeah,
Um,
I mean, what you know, could he not tell that like a woman didn't have teeth?
he probably got burned one time and just he was like, "This is never happening to me again."
He's like, I'm not doing
She
it.
probably lied about having teeth. Now there's a song on here called there's a song like there's some great songs about his mom. There's one called I forget the not shit hits the fan. It's like it's this one. Looking no, not look in my eyes. It's the one that's like out, out. The beat. You know what I'm talking about, right? Out. Out
Uh,
don't come down. But shit. That's not the setup. It's not shit. Oh, Follow My Life. So Follow My Life is a song about how like he was raised by a single mom and like if he got beat up at school, like his mom if his mom found out that he got beat up at school, like she'd beat him harder. So you get a sense of like who he was. And then there's a song Don't Come Down about his relationship with his mom. Which kind of makes you, feel bad for him. But I think
yeah, like it's all, it's always mom songs in hip hop are very popular.
yeah.
A lot of a lot of but a lot of moms in hip hop.
Yeah. Hood Rats, that's a fun song.
Yes, that is a great song. And the song with Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a big
So
Busta fan.
okay, so check out Cheers since you guys are stuck at home. 2003. 2003's Cheers.
We're bringing
Um
it back.
I had this weird thing where like because Deb's niece messaged me last night and she's like 19 and she's 18 or 19 and she was like, "How did you get into comedy?" And I was like, "Oh, you just start doing open mics." And I was like, "What comics do you like?" And I was like, "Have you listened to Dave Attell?" There's this Dave Attell album, Skanks for the Memories, that's really good. But I almost felt like I had to be like, yeah, like it's like listening to it nowadays, it's a little I don't know if it holds up to today's standards. And I feel this weird urge to like qualify everything that I enjoy now. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I mean because there's a lot of things that like we have been I guess considered arts, if
Mm-hmm.
you music, TV, comedy, whatever,
Yeah.
that are problematic now. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, look, does it stop me from listening to, I don't know anybody that doesn't watch like Eddie Murphy's Raw
Yeah.
and fucking crack up. I mean, and that was like 10 years, that came out the year I was born or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Also,
yeah,
there's
it's
I always think of that Renaissance painting that's just that the guy's sucking a donkey's balls, and forever people thought that was like this beautiful painting, but that's actually problematic.
what a guy sucking a donkey's balls.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
that's
there was
it's like
a lot of like,
I think Donatello did it.
yeah, that's the thing is like our people were really I don't what some of the art, I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, you know,
yeah,
yeah, shit, but Dave Attell is a great fucking comedian.
yeah.
He's great. He's classic.
But there's a bunch of stuff on that album that you go like, oh wow,
Yeah,
like
you
you're just
could
you're just surprised to hear it from today's standards.
right.
Italians are so funny, by the way, because like I went to it like when you look at Renaissance art, it's like it's a very sort of like sexually repressed culture, and then all the art is just
Yes, all
dicks and tits and fat asses, and
right. And then
it's so
violence.
horny and violence. Yeah,
Right. I mean, the Vatican was like super fucking dope. Like when I went
yeah,
to the Vatican, it was super dope. Like,
yeah,
but yeah, I mean, that's what's weird about Italians is like, because Catholics are extremely like repressed
hmm
and you're like indoctrinated very early to have guilt
yeah,
because you were born with original sin or whatever. Like, well then fuck it. I'm gonna party then. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's just so funny how it all comes out in the artwork. You know, they're like,
Yeah.
"Don't touch your penis," and then it's like, "Wow, that's beautiful." It's just like
Mm,
two
you need to
angels.
put on clothes.
Yeah, yeah.
Putana. Like, yeah.
All right, so one more album of mine, and then we'll get into yours. I'm just gonna say Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water,
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, fucking complete classic.
which still bangs. Yeah.
Whatever. Are you being serious though?
Yeah, I think so. I used to like blast that a lot when I was young, and it's like I don't know. It was just fun being an angry kid. Like I don't know. It's like nostalgic for me. I think I know it's bad when I listen to it, but there are there's some good beats. There's some good songs on there.
Well, I remember like because Limp Bizkit, they came out around like that time of like TRL and new metal and it, it was very like I don't know. Like I remember I was like probably like, oh my God, Fred Durst is so cute. And like now I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened to that dude though?
He's directing movies.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
Are they like any good?
I don't know.
What were the tracks on that? Because there were a couple hits, right? Like
Yeah, Rollin', My Generation, um, Get Your Groove On with Exhibit.
was the song with Method Man on there?
The Rolling remix.
Oh, okay. I thought they
And
did another song though.
he says he's gonna go to a white mall and spill it.
That's my boy.
Yeah, he's like, and I'm the Dio. You look. I don't know what the words are, but I know I don't know what they're saying. I should look up the lyrics. But then I might have another Obi Trice situation on my hands where I'm like, oh, I didn't want to know.
Well,
I
yeah,
didn't
like
really want to
whoa.
know what you were talking about.
Listen. What else was but didn't wasn't that rearranged song on there too?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that's like when he's like tried to start singing.
Yeah.
They
All
made a
right.
lot of money.
Yeah. Good for them.
Good for Limp Bizkit.
All right, let's get into yours.
Okay. So my first one is going to be
And I hope these are deep cuts, right?
some of them are deep cuts, yeah.
Okay.
But some of them are well, I mean, we might as well just talk about Liquid Swords now, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because you already brought Liquid Swords up. So obviously I'm gonna tell everybody to listen to or do a re-listen to Liquid Swords if you haven't already
Hmm.
um done it because I think it's like a complete masterpiece.
Yeah,
A
and
work of
Jizza was so funny in that Wu Tang Financial sketch on Chappelle's show. Do you remember that?
oh yeah, yeah. He I mean they are like just the from the production value I mean I still think that RZA is one of the best producers.
Yeah.
um yeah, regardless of like if he fell off or not, like he's put out like amazing works of art. Like he's produced like amazing fucking albums. Because one of my other albums that I'm telling people to revisit was also produced by RZA.
Nice.
So, but yeah, Liquid Swords. I mean, I think that it is, um, you know, I think it's just classic Wu-Tang Clan.
Hmm.
Like the haunting beats, or the not the like just the really dark beats, these haunting samples, you know, kung fu. I mean, I never was into like kung fu, didn't know anything about it until I started listening to Wu-Tang Clan.
Hmm.
Um, and just I just think that it was, it's just one of those classic albums that I don't know, it's almost I don't really know how much what more to say about Liquid Swords.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm a little bit stoned, but no, I think it's just a great album. I mean, like World's a great song.
Mm-hmm.
Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth. That is an amazing song.
Okay.
Because it spells out Bible.
Oh,
Basic
nice.
Instructions Before Leaving Earth. Yep.
Whoa.
Right, dude? Fucking mind blown. Psh.
Yeah. I hope you
Yeah.
guys are all high right now.
Yeah, I am smoking I think it's called like Jordan 23.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
The
But
the two things I listen to when I work out are hip hop, and I sometimes I'll put on Cornell West when I'm
so
doing a
when you're
workout.
working out,
Yeah.
that's fucking great. I met him.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 2016 at the DNC, I met him.
Was he nice?
And I'm like, Dr. West, like, I'm a big fan of your work, da, da, da. And like, he like asked me like what I did, and I was like, I'm a social worker. And he's like, no, you keep on working hard out there, sister. And I was like, all right. And I have a
Nice.
picture with him. He's a cool
Nice.
dude.
Nice. All right. What's your number two?
All right, number two, and I've talked about this on Twitter before. Bazooka Tooth by Aesop Rock.
Okay.
So that came out in the early aughts. That came out in, I'll look it up right now. I think 2003 or four, but it's from Def Jux. It was produced by LP, who is a great LP
Mm-hmm.
of Company Flow and
Mm-hmm.
also Run the Jewels. So it's Big Bernie, bro. Not really, but no, LP. I mean, I think that he's an amazing producer. Him and Aesop are like not like they don't fuck with each other anymore.
Uh-huh.
Um, I don't know why actually. But they haven't like produced or like they haven't done anything together in forever. But the thing that I like about
That's the
Bazooka
guy who
Tooth,
sings the Bad Bitches song.
who?
Aesop Rock. No, that's not. That's Aesop Rocky.
That's Aesop Rocky. Yeah, Aesop Rock
Why are their
completely
names so
different.
similar?
I don't know, but Aesop Rock was out first.
Yeah, that's weird. What's the
And
name of the album again?
Bazooka Tooth. So BAZOOKATOOTH.
Cool.
So like the reason that I like Bazooka Tooth is it's very like classic New York hip hop era, like this it's almost like a story of, him just kind of hanging out like this beat. Really, it's kind of like what would happen if a b-boy got famous or whatever, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it was his what I think like fourth album. So it's just um it was really catchy, it was a lot of samples. Aesop actually uses, I think there's this chart that I forget who did it, but there's a chart of like how many words like that rappers have used, in all of their verses, and Aesop Rock was like the highest with
Mm.
let me look it up. Like I mean he's just insane. He's just uh, so let me look it up. He's just I think he's just great. I mean it's his fourth album. A lot of people uh he's really I mean a lot of his albums are great, but I
Oh,
just like
he's
Bazooka
white.
too. Yeah, he's a white dude.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's a white dude. But it's very like if you were ever into like ciphers and b-boys and graffiti and like that really just I guess I don't know classic like New York underground scene.
Mm-hmm.
Bazooka Tooth will kind of just bring you back there, like
Okay.
that sound, like it was just very like I think like ahead of its time in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
um I think that Aesop Rock gets a lot of like Labor Days is a great album that he did. But I don't know, I like Bazooka Tooth really.
Nice.
Uh so but yeah, he like I actually would recommend people if they've never listened to like any like Def like rap like any artist from Def Jux, I would recommend all of them.
Okay.
Like I'd recommend Company Flow, Vast Air, Mr. Lift, Aesop Rock, of course. Like all of LP's like early shit is amazing. It's just great.
Cool.
Fantastic Damage too. I might as well just throw that in. Is also that's LP's first debut. Was his debut album. Like after Company Flow ended.
Okay.
Like that was his first album. And he has there's a song on there called 9mm, and he has this line, and it's so fucking sick. So he was like beefing with like Raucous Records. So he has this line, it says, "Signed to Raucous, I'd rather get mouth fucked by Nazis unconscious." And every time I hear it, I'm like, whoa! Because it's just a
Nice.
fucking great line.
Nice.
All right. Other albums. Am I going to my next album?
Yeah.
All right. AT-Aliens
Okay.
by Outkast.
Okay.
AT-Aliens by Outkast, I think, is very classic Southern hip hop.
Okay.
I think they're different. I think that they're different from, like Southern rap, I think,
Are there any hits on
has,
that one that we might know?
oh, yeah, Elevators, me and you, yo mama and your cousin too. What else? Fucking Jazzy Bell was a big hit in 97. No, not, wait, when did that come out? Hold on. But I would recommend AT-Aliens. You would know the title track.
Okay.
Are you cutting out some of those?
Maybe. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll probably.
you would know the title track, and you would know like the 3 songs that came out of it were AT-Aliens, like the song "Now Throw Your Hands in the Air and Wave Them Like You Just Don't." I can't believe I'm fucking singing on a podcast.
Yeah.
And if you like fish and grits and all the pimp shit, everybody let me hear you say, "Oh yeah," or yeah, just embarrassing myself
Nice.
for the nation. Yeah, that was like, I mean, but it was their second studio album. So
Uh-huh.
that is one of my favorite like Southern hip hop artists. I love Outkast. I think that they're very eclectic. I like that they're influenced by like a lot of just different and odd, like just I always like when like hip hop like hip hop artists are when they talk about their influences, and a lot of it's just like you would just never really like put 2 and 2 together.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would never think that like Big Boy of Outkast like was influenced by Kate Bush, who's like a fucking English like British singer in the
Yeah.
80s. She's dope though. She's super fucking dope. So I just thought that they were super eclectic. And then, they had that other album in like 2000, what was it, the double album,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was all right, but I like them better together.
Mm-hmm.
So AT-Aliens is my pick.
Nice.
Um, and then because I'm trying to think, should I give you these in order or no?
To how much you like them?
Yeah, not even that, because it like it was actually really hard to like make this list in a sense, because I'm like, oh shit, like I could do every fucking genre of like what,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like what albums like I think people should like introduce themselves to and listen to. And
Yeah, I guess it's just like off the top of your head. I mean, we could do this again sometime.
oh yeah, I mean, like I could do at any genre, but I think the next hip hop album I would tell people to listen to during quarantine is definitely like the Griselda records. Like what would Griselda do? Like those are definitely like, cuz I'm very like I'm really not, I don't listen to a lot of new hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I fuck with Griselda records.
Mm-hmm.
Like Benny the Butcher, Conway, West Side Gun. I like Freddie Gibbs too.
Did you ever hear Andre 3000's verse? Did you listen to that Rick Ross album that came out in like 2012, 2013? He has a verse on that. So
Oh
on
wait, is that the one that
like six. It's called 16 Ain't Enough or something.
No, I don't think I listened to that.
Okay.
The last
I'll
Rick
send it to
Ross
you.
album I listened to was BMF.
Okay.
Um, another thing that I think, another album that people should listen to, another rap album. Some people might laugh at this, but this is just a personal favorite of mine because it's very, I guess, nostalgic to me. Master P, Ghetto Dope.
Okay.
Do you remember No Limit Records?
No.
Ah, dude, No Limit was the shit back in the day, dude.
Yeah.
Master P was like, oh yeah, he was the shit. Like everybody listened to Master P.
Okay.
You're uh, you're like, okay. You guys didn't listen to them up in New York?
I think it was just. I mean, I'm from Jersey, and I think it was just before my time.
Well, when did you get into hip hop? How old were you when you got into hip hop?
Probably like sophomore year of high school.
All right, so you graduated when?
2005.
Okay. So yeah, you're younger than me. Cuz I was like in junior high when like in the mid 90s.
Uh huh.
So, like I was, like the movie Kids was
Hmm.
really when that movie came out, it was like, oh shit.
That's the
Like
AIDS
this is
movie.
yeah, it was the
Oh,
AIDS.
because you guys were having a little too much fun in the mid '90s, right?
Well, I mean, I was using condoms. I mean, I wasn't having sex in the mid 90s.
Yeah.
Like that was later on in the 90s.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, no, like that era. Yeah, it was like the kids era. I mean, I remember like watching that movie and being like, "Oh shit, dude, I can't wait to go to raves and fucking,
Hmm.
like fucking
You only watched
smoke
the first
weed."
half.
What's that?
Did you only watch the first half of the movie?
No, I watched the whole movie. I have
Oh,
it
okay.
actually.
Yeah, but isn't
I
that movie
own
about
it.
like kids getting AIDS or something?
Yeah, it's like a movie about like it's uh like about these kids in New York City and one kid like he says that he only has sex with virgins.
Uh huh.
Um, because that's why he can't get AIDS like without using condoms and
Yeah.
he has sex with this other chick and yeah. So, I don't want to tell everybody, what
Hmm.
happens in the movie, but it is a good movie.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, like anyways, like I came like I was like a starting to really get into hip hop like in eighth, ninth grade.
Yeah.
Um, so, that's obviously like when the Wu-Tang Clan came in.
Hmm.
Uh, I got into Wu-Tang because of boys. Just like I got into Bernie because of boys. You
Right.
know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't I've
Well,
never
all the best boys are in the with Bernie. All the best smelling boys with all the money are supporting Bernie.
but yeah, and I mean like they're hot, you know.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, really, that's what anybody, I just really follow what hot people say,
Right.
you
Right.
know, 'cause that, all women are vapid and we don't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, but I do really have to say, like, if we're going to talk about another album,
Yeah. Let's do
because,
two
like,
more, and then we got to wrap up.
okay, uh, Supreme Clientele,
Okay. Ghostface.
Ghostface, Supreme Clientele,
Okay.
great fucking album.
Do you remember when he
Um,
threatened to kill Action Bronson? That was pretty cool.
I love Ghostface because he just I mean he's just like he's just funny. I don't know. Like
Hmm.
I also just love him. I just love how he tells like a story, but I think that Supreme Clientele like when you listen to Liquid Swords, right? Liquid Swords is very raw, it's dark, it's haunting. But when
Hmm.
you listen to Supreme Clientele, it's like almost like cleaner in a way, but it's still it's powerful and it's
Hmm.
still produced by by RZA. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But I think that it really shows like, all right, yeah, we're a collective, but also like as individuals, like we're all extremely skilled.
Right.
Now, you could argue that some of them are way more skilled than others. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously Ghostface, Method Man, Jizza, like they're on a whole other,
Sure.
I mean, not that I'm not going to I'm not disrespecting any of the clan. I mean, they're obviously all, but you have your favorites in them. But I definitely think that, yeah, Supreme Clientele is another one.
Nice. All right, let's do one more, and then you can go finish your weed pen. You can go continue to get high. Okay, so let's just do one. Let's do one more.
Okay. This one is it's obscure to, I'd say, a lot of millennials. Cool G Rap 456. It's from 95, 96. And the reason that I've been on a really big, I said this 50 million times, mafioso rap, which is mafioso rap, that whole like talking about like being a gangster and all that shit. Cool G Rap is like the godfather of that whole sound. So, but the reason I like 456 is because there's this track on there that he did with AZ, who is another great rapper, very underrated New York rapper, called Fast. Or no, he didn't do that with AZ. Scratch that. Nas. So Nas and Cool G Rap had this song on 456 called Fast Life, and it was the first time I ever heard Nas because I hadn't listened to Illmatic yet. And this came out in like 95. And the song Fast Life, it samples this R&B song from the 80s called Happy by Surface, and I just loved it because of that. But it's a great song, and it's an early Nas.
Nice.
456 is a really good album, I'd say. But any Cool G Rap, I would.
Cool. Any album in particular?
What?
Any album in particular?
I would definitely just listen to like 456 is my personal favorite for nostalgia reasons. But if I had to tell you to pick another Cool G Rap album, I mean, really, like I would say really anything that he's done, is really. I mean, I probably not like. I don't think I liked his last album after 456, but Cool G Rap is very good, and he was part of the Juice Crew.
Okay.
Which they were, huge. Like they were, but he's supposed to be like, oh, you know what album I would recommend? The Giacana Story.
Okay.
Because that the G in Cool G Rap stands for Giacana.
Okay.
Which Sam Giacana.
All right.
Boom. So yeah, I'd say that.
Cool.
That one. That or his early one. There's one, Roads to Riches. I think that's his first one. But that's 89. But I would go like 456 and the Giacana Story is good.
Okay.
But yeah, any Cool G Rap is really.
And then do you recommend listening to these like front to back, not on shuffle mode?
I'd listen to him front to back.
Yeah.
But that also too is just me and how I think the albums really should be listened to. I think that like albums like tell a story. I think that, they're supposed to give you a certain feeling. They're supposed to invoke like certain emotions.
Yeah.
Now like we don't have that a lot anymore. Like I don't know like the last concept album that has come out that I've actually like really been like, whoa, this is fucking great.
Yeah.
But I think that like albums should be listened to that. Especially Liquid Swords. Liquid Swords should be listened to front to back.
Okay.
Yeah. Supreme Clientele, any of them.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, you guys got some homework to do.
Yeah, you guys all have homework to do. I mean, I could tell you guys rap all day.
You should start a show.
I think that I am going to start a podcast just Well, I mean, I have a lot of people that I want to call out in the criminal justice system,
Nice.
but
You
you
should do
know,
it
I
anonymous.
also,
Do it anonymously.
yeah, but people would know. Like they'd be like, "Oh, that fucking loud ass
Yeah. Right.
Yinzer Italian bitch." Like
Right.
totally know.
Yeah. You are kind of loud, but that's good. That's not a bad thing.
Well, yeah, you had to yell around Italians all the time
Right.
to be heard.
Right.
You know. So, all right.
Also, guys, follow Maria on Twitter.
Yes, follow me on Twitter. Sandernista412. I say inappropriate shit. I talk about the 90s a lot. Uh, I talk about my crush, Felix Biederman, because he's my Twitter crush.
Mm-hmm.
But I will not tell him that.
Mm-hmm.
I just say it out loud and hope he hears it.
Nice.
I also talk about rap and um graffiti, shit like, just cool shit.
Nice.
Yeah, so uh yeah, follow me on Twitter. And if you ever want me to come on your podcast and I can talk about serious shit too.
Sweet.
Like we're gonna do an episode on serious stuff
Okay.
when we're out of quarantine.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a serious episode on juvenile justice.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks. We'll see you next time. And bye-bye.